Here we go. Good morning, everybody. Good day. We're just going to let people come in for a minute or two before we start in earnest.
Roger, what's that background you have over there?
Hey, Guardians of the Galaxy, I am Groot.
Very cool. Very cool. I might have to try to keep up with that.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see what you come up with once we get the session underway.
Working on it.
Yeah. So we'll just give it another minute or so, folk, and then we'll get started. Still climbing.
So, Roger, what was the last Guardians of the Galaxy movie?
So it was
two or three of them.
There were two of them, yeah. And
Two.
it was where he discovers his dad was a god and then kills him.
Yeah, that's right. And Groot becomes little tiny Groot.
Yeah, it does. But now he really is the Star-Lord.
That's right, Star Wars.
Yeah, most ridiculous movie. I found myself, with tears in my eyes at the end, when his sort of pseudo dad gives up his life for him. It was a remarkably good movie.
Well, you saw my favorite movie over here, Deadpool. So they're equally crazy kind of movies.
Okay. There's still folk coming in, so just give it another minute or so, and we'll get stuck in.
Kerry, I'm not actually seeing the attendees and the panel and all that kind of stuff. It may be the way that I am in the conference.
If you click on
right now.
participants, and then you have access to be able to see attendees and panelists. So.
Yeah, it should be down at the bottom of your screen, Charlie.
Okay. I think we're at a critical mass. People are still coming in, but it's slowed. So maybe we should make a start. You all right with that, Uncle Charlie?
All set with that, Groot.
Right. So we have an unlikely but very successful pairing this morning of Groot and Deadpool, who will be your hosts during the day today. Hopefully we'll have a bit of a laugh around it.
We're actually Charlie and Roger.
Yeah, Charlie and Roger. So Charlie Berger and Roger Cressy, we're involved with the analytics and data TechCasts, and this user community is bringing you TechCast days over the next 3 days. But today is where we're starting with Machine Learning Day. So just to give you a quick synopsis, we're starting off this morning with Jasmine Fleury, an introduction into Oracle Machine Learning. 11 o'clock, so each slot is about an hour. Fraud Journey, Human Expert in Machine Learning, working together, and that's with Charlie Berger. Abby unfortunately had an emergency and can't make it today. At 12 p.m., we've got OCI Data Science Deep Dive Demo with Darren Race and Nupur Chatterjee from Oracle. So, and then we're looking to close at 1, but we've got lots of information in between the sessions, and hopefully we'll make it interesting for you. Charlie, next slide, sir. So this is just a quick summary of the next 3 days. And obviously it's difficult for people to make, sort of 3 hours every day. But if you pick out the sessions you like, you'll find that there's lots of good content, and you should be able to find a gap somewhere where you'll be able to find something interesting. So Machine Learning Day today, I've already been through. Graph Day, again, similar slots. What are graph technologies? Why should I use them? Detecting social relationship. You can read it for yourself. Analytics Plus Day, as I think we've got a slight difference in order there, but it is obviously all the Analytics Plus, Applied Analytics from ward to board. That'll be moi and a colleague presenting that.
That's right, actually. Really, you're right, Roger. I have that wrong. My bad on that. Yeah. That changed.
Yeah, that would
be. Look at the website, guys. On the website, it's correct.
Yeah. So, in fact, all I can tell you is that the 10 a.m. session is 12:15. Anyway, there's lots of good content for you to get your heads around. I hope you enjoy it over the next few days. Do you want to go to the next slide, sir? So what is analytics and data user community? We're in the business of sharing useful, practical, applied Oracle technical expertise, and it's for the benefit of all. We don't do sales pitches. Obviously, people will tell you who their company is, but it's about using the Oracle technologies and how we do it. You can participate with joining in our monthly TechCast. We do basically 2 a month, and there is a website web page where you can go and actually register and submit your abstracts. We've got our own YouTube channel where you can watch past TechCasts, and you will also find an archive of all the TechCasts on the website. We've got a Slack workspace, which we'll talk more about during the rest of this session. Charlie will do a little demo for you. And we've got a newsletter as well, which you can subscribe to, which will keep you up to date with a lot of the technologies, advances and things that we're working with. So we'll talk, as I said, we'll talk about this later. So should we just move on, I think?
We'll do a demo of this later on. We can go with, right now, if you go to the website or you go to that URL, guys, you can put in your questions like, hey, can you send me the slides, or where do I get the code for this, or whatever, or I have a problem with my application, or whatever. The idea is to have sort of a community where people can kind of post questions and things like that within this community. We'll show more of that later on.
Yeah. Good.